In this video, we show you the top 5 best Omega watches you can buy in 2023. It's a completely subjective list, but I will explain to you why I think each Omega watch listed here deserves its spot. And don't worry, it's not all Speedmasters. If you want to learn more about the Omega brand, watch this video to the end. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. It is a watch targeted at the enthusiasts who show appreciation for this hand-wound movement with a calm wheel mechanism, no co-axial escapement, no silicon hairspring, no master chronometer certification, none of it. If you want those things, then this watch is not for you. Please refer back to #1 on this list. It has the same diameter as the Speedmaster 105.3. The reference that was also the last watch worn on the moon by Gene Cernan. It was actually his watch that Omega scanned to get the precise dimensions of both the watch and the 321 movement, as the original drawings of those watches and movements were long gone. The bracelet of this Speedmaster Omega watch deserves an article of its own. Omega has a special workshop in Biel, where they hand-build these Speedmaster watches with caliber 321. It's quite a different approach from their industrialized watchmaking for nearly any of their other watches. Because of this traditional approach, Omega is only able to manufacture between 1,000 and 2,000 of these caliber 321 powered watches per year. It is just amazing, and it is based on those flat, lightweight bracelets that Omega used in the 1950s and 60s. The No Time to Die movie finally came out this year, but this watch already made its debut in December 2019. It was a good thing for Omega for a few reasons. It had a longer time window for promotion, and luckily enough, Omega didn't make this watch a limited edition. Otherwise, it would already have been long sold out before the movie even premiered. Daniel Craig was involved in the design phase of this watch, making it a true James Bond watch indeed. This Seamaster Diver 300M7 edition measures 42 mm in diameter and is made of grade 2 titanium, hence the dark color and brush finishing. Inside this Bond 300M is Omega's caliber 8806. It is the no-date version of the movement found in the regular Seamaster Diver 300M at the top of this list. There are two versions of this watch available. The brown tones of the dial and bezel perfectly match the faux patina of the markers and hands. One of the best features of this watch is the titanium mesh bracelet. It just wears super comfortably, especially if you have normal to large-sized wrists. If you have small wrists, you might want to ask for the short version of the bracelet. It goes without saying that if there's only room for one Omega in your collection, it should be the Moonwatch. The new Moonwatch Master Chronometer version gives you even fewer reasons not to own one. It features a new case that harkens back to the 4th generation of the Speedmaster, reference 105.12 from the 1960s. That was the one that Buzz Aldrin used on the moon. More importantly, Omega finally changed the bracelet to this new tapering design. It features small center links, a beautifully finished clasp, and it is amazingly comfortable. Inside this watch is Omega's caliber 3861. The movement debuted in 2019 in the Apollo Roman 11 limited editions of the Speedmaster, and it also powered the Snoopy Award model from 2020. If you had just purchased the previous Moonwatch before January 2021, just order this bracelet separately. It will change your life as a Speedmaster owner. The long-awaited update for the Seamaster Diver 300M came in 2018. I will be honest here, it took me a while to get used to the stainless steel bracelet. I have some of the old Seamaster Diver 300M models with the 9-row bracelet. At some point, I remember feeling that they were a bit outdated. Somehow, though, I started to like the old stainless steel bracelet again. And now the new bracelet feels a bit too cleaned up. What can I say? I grew up in the 1980s and 90s. Other updates were the size, from 41 to 42, a ceramic dial and bezel, and of course, an in-house developed movement. The 300M was and still is Omega's bread and butter watch, but it was also one of the watches that, in its previous iteration, still depended on an ETA-based movement modified with a coaxial escapement. This caliber 8800 is certified as a master chronometer and visible through the case back of the watch. With a water resistance of 300 meters, there's almost no reason to take this watch off the wrist. There's a bunch of variations of the 300M in all sorts of colors and materials, including chronographs. Then, of course, there's the special titanium version for the latest Bond movie.
The dark side of the moon. Words that conjure up the unknown, the unknowable. The first people to see it with their own eyes were the Apollo 8 astronauts in 1968. To honor one of history's great achievements, Omega created a watch as evocative and mysterious as its name, a watch that celebrates the legendary Speedmaster professional strapped to the wrists of those astronauts. A still fragile single block of ceramic, stark and unadorned, is heated to a smoldering 1400 degrees Celsius, hardening it and reducing it to the right size to transform it into a watch case. Producing this dramatic black case body offers particular challenges. In fact, ceramic material is now so hard that it has to be machined with diamond tools. The ceramic case is then polished in a bowl of alumina granules, and a band encrusted with diamond powder is used to satin brush the lugs and the case body. Using laser technology, we engrave the case back and the bezel. And there's no aesthetic compromise with the dial. Also crafted from pure black ceramic, it matches the case perfectly. Two blackened subdials complete the effect. The Omega Speedmaster Dark Side of the Moon, the world's iconic chronograph for a new generation.